Here's Sal eating his pizza that I got him when he was sick.
Trying to make sure I can smell it.
Can you taste it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going back to urgent care. I have a fever and we're concerned about possibly pneumonia, so we don't want to take any chances, so I'm going to urgent care. The doctor had prescribed something to a pharmacy because we called him, but it turns out the pharmacy is closed.
Until Monday.
Until Monday.
And so today's Saturday.
Today's Saturday, so we want to get something right away. We don't want to mess around.
Sal had pneumonia on our honeymoon, and so we read that if somebody has like what seems like a relapse of the flu, it could actually be pneumonia. So we want to take care of it quickly.
Yeah.
All right, Simo, we're gonna go out, okay? Henry, we're going out, okay? You behave. Can you behave? Later, Alexander, okay? You have a nice... We'll see you later, Alexander, okay? You have a nice nap, okay? See you later. Well, here we are at urgent care, right, Sal?
What's that?
We're at urgent care.
Yeah.
We got in pretty quickly, and luckily, because we got here just in time, because they close at 8, and we got here at 7, I wouldn't want to have to go to the emergency room.
No.
But this is the urgent care, actually, that you came to when you had pneumonia after our honeymoon.
And my head, too.
Oh, yeah, when you hit your head, too.
Yep.
We can link that video when he hit his head last year. I mean, 2 years ago. We never showed the gory details of that. I have a video with the horrible gory details, but we didn't show that, obviously. It was bad, though.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I got us 2 slush puppies here. They have free drinks here. Excuse me. Still have a cough. I got us 2 slush puppies, but they said Sal can't drink anything. You should have seen his face when they said he couldn't drink it, right?
Right.
You were so disappointed. Sal loves his sweets.
I do.
Okay, well, let's see what they say. Hopefully, who was that? That was the doctor? What did she say?
Somebody would come in.
Okay. A woman came in and asked him questions? Okay.
Yeah.
They did a televisit over at the urgent care, and they said that he could possibly have pneumonia, or whatever he had could be continuing, even though it seemed like it went away. So they're giving him some antibiotics called Z-Pak, and I'm at the pharmacy. We're at the pharmacy right now to pick it up.
Yep. Kind of our old neighborhood.
Yeah, our old neighborhood where we grew up.
Yep.
Kind of, we were on different ends of the neighborhood, Cheektowaga, the town of Cheektowaga, but we both grew up in this area, so.
Yeah.
I'm going in the pharmacy to get his stuff. I'll be back. I just went into the Rite Aid, and the pharmacy is closed. They said it was going to be open late, but it's not. It probably closed before they did, so we're going to have to try to get a prescription somehow tomorrow. And excuse me. And we live far away. We live like 30 some miles away at the campground, and so I don't want to have to come back out here tomorrow, so I don't know what we're going to do.
We'll have to call the urgent care place and ask if they can transfer the prescription over to someplace closer to us.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to head back home.
Okay.
Just me and Henry wandering around this morning, right, Henry? Henry, are you an early riser? Henry? Are you an early riser? Oh, he says he'll go in there. Maybe he'll get a treat. Right? You're hoping for a treat, Henry? First thing in the morning? Yeah? You really like those treats, don't you? You're funny, Henry. You're funny, Henry. Oh, Henry's behind me. Trying to look out the window. I'm not sure how much I said about what happened last night. Sal came home from work and he took his temperature. He must have felt off. Now, he was sick, 2 weeks ago? And he's still been, during this time, he was like still coughing a little bit and blowing his nose, and me too. But we've been up and about without fevers or anything. And then he must have felt off yesterday when he got back from work. We've been kind of dealing with something that we can't really talk about right now, but we're fine. Everything's fine, but it's just a situation that we've had to deal with that's been stressful. I think that's been affecting him, and one night we were up really late because of it, and so I think he didn't get his proper sleep. Actually, twice he was up late, and so then he discovered that he had a fever yesterday. It was 99.8, so it was kind of a low-grade fever, but still, it was concerning. It was concerning because he was getting better, and he shouldn't be getting worse again. So I looked online, and I looked to see if, things like what we had, like a flu, if it can cause if it can relapse, if it can come back. Because as far as I know, once it's going away, it doesn't come back. But then I remembered my mom saying something about, you need to take care of yourself when you're doing, have a cold or whatever, so that it doesn't come back, that it doesn't relapse. So I looked online, and it said that mostly people, when it does come back, they think it's the flu. Hello, Henry. Henry's coming over. They think come on over. So people, when it comes back, they think it's the flu and they just stay home and stay in bed, but that a lot of times it's actually pneumonia. And when I read that, I was really concerned because Sal had pneumonia on our honeymoon. So we talked to his sister and we ended up calling the doctor's office, and the doctor called back and he said he was going to prescribe something. So we were just going to get what the doctor prescribed, and then we found out we're kind of out away from any main cities, and so we found out that the drugstore where the doctor was calling in the prescription was closed and wouldn't open until Monday. Yesterday was Saturday. So then we ended up deciding to go to urgent care, or it was called Well Now. It was the place where Sal had hit his head. We mentioned that when we were there. And so we went there, and it's probably 30 miles away. And then when we were there, they said that there was a pharmacy that stayed open late, and they could send the prescription there. The first guy that checked us in, the place was closing in an hour. And so then we agreed to that pharmacy. It's a Rite Aid. And then they saw Sal. Sal actually had a televisit. I didn't record. You have to be sensitive in places, but I took a picture, so I can show you a picture. They had a technician there, and then they had whoever he had the visit with online, the internet, and you could see her. And they have they listen to his heart and his lungs and everything, and she could access all that through the online. So then she ended up prescribing this stuff called Z-Pak, which Sal has been on before. When he had pneumonia back in 2011, he was on Z-Pak. And so I was hoping he could be on the same thing. So he's going to be on the same thing. But then we went to the pharmacy and it was closed. And so today I have to try to figure out if we can get the script and if we can get it a lot closer sent to a town that's a lot closer to us. Henry's sitting here staring at me. Hey, I gotta show you this. What are you doing, Henry? Are you silly? Hmm? Are you a silly boy? He's just sitting here staring at me. You know, the story of Henry. Henry! The reason we have Henry is because he was staring at me. Because I had a cat named Kirby that looked a lot like Henry. Personalities are not the same. But I had a cat that looked like Henry. His name was Kirby, and he had passed away in 2008. And he was a really sweet cat. He didn't bother anybody. And so one year, it was around the anniversary of the time I had gotten that cat. He was a kitten. And so we were looking at cats. We were at a mall or something on that day, and we were looking at cats, and there was this little kitten in with his mother. Excuse me. Sorry, Henry. And this little kitten, he was a kitten at the time. He was 3 months old or 4 months old. And he was staring at me through the glass. He was in there with like a couple of his siblings and his mother. I guess it was a big litter. And he was looking at me. So we ended up holding him. And we ended up getting him. And here he is. And we named him Henry. His name was Aiden at the time. But we named him Henry. Henry, oh my gosh, what's the rest of his name? Henry Alexander? I'm not sure. I think we left Aiden in there somewhere. I'd have to find out what his full name is. I must have it written down or something somewhere, but... So, we have Henry because he was staring at me. So anyway, today I have to figure out a way to get the script, and Sal is not going to go to work today. Today is Sunday. He normally works on Sundays, but he's going to rest on tomorrow and Monday, and hopefully he can go back to work on Thursday. I did chew him out a little bit because that Thursday, after he was originally sick after Memorial Day, I didn't want him to go to work, but he did. And he has a high work ethic, and that's really good, and he should, and I want him to, and I have a high work ethic for him too, but I think that health has to be the highest priority, because had he taken that day off, maybe he wouldn't have to take these 2 days off now. So I'm heading to the pharmacy to get Sal's prescription. Hopefully I can make it. They go to lunch at 1:30, so hopefully I can get there by then. It's 1:04 now. So wish me luck. Here I am at Rite Aid. It's 1:21, so hopefully I can get it before they close. Well, I got his meds, so hopefully this will help him to feel better.
I hope so.